Welcome back to Finnegan's Farm, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and welcome back to Workshop Wednesday. My name is Paul, and this is our team.
Hello, I'm Mick, and I'm the mechanic.
Hello, I'm Caelan Russell, and I'm the mechanic.
Hello, I'm Sean, I'm the apprentice mechanic.
Hello, my name is Marco. I love to weld. This is Bruce, this is Blake. Them two best students.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to the videos, and comment if you want, and we will get back to you. So in for repair today, we have our Grimmy 430 planter, we have the Steyr tractor, we also have a wheel change on the 6930. But first of all, we'll head over to the Grimmy planter. Little bit of maintenance going on the Grimmy planter. Time to give it a good old greasing. Plenty of grease points on it. Most of them are working, but this one is not. What's going on there, Mick? That one is sheared off it, is it?
No, the head was, I don't know what to do, the head was damaged. You can see it there, it's all chewed. That's not the one.
Okay. So that one's all just damaged, and can't get the grease going on to the top itself. So Mick has found one eventually. Yeah. We have all different types of ones, but we actually none of that one that was on it. But we did find one deep down in the box, so hopefully now it's just for the ball and spoon. It's important to keep it greased there because it's pivoting on it all the time.
You watch that one, Paul?
Yeah, go ahead then, Mick.
It's going in on you.
Going somewhere anyway.
Huh?
Going somewhere anyway, yeah.
Good enough?
Yeah, it's coming out there the bottom there. So that's that one done. There were a few here on the points on the machine, especially there on the back there with the hopper pivots. There's quite a few on the back of it, so we need to get at them. Again here with the wheel pivots, and they come with the little caps on them. It's just important to put them back on as well, keep the dust out of them. But as you can see from the planter, it's quite dirty there because conditions haven't been great, and it certainly weren't great the last time we finished with it. It's not ideal to be planted with this in this kind of weather. Generally the planter would be spotlessly clean with plenty of dust over, but as you can see here we've plenty of muck attached with it. Yeah, it's just one of those years. So last night, just on my final run before we get to the headlands, what happens, usual story, I broke a bolt here on this opener. Now it just wasn't a straight simple fix. I did kind of get a temporary fix on it, but I had to bring it home and call on Marco to give it a full-time fix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's the purpose of the openers is just to create the slot for when the Pedea drops in, that it's somewhere to sit down, and it's held on by these 4 bolts. Now these bolts are threaded into, there's a nut in here at the back of them, but there is no access to get into the nut.
Yeah, how we gonna get
So
this
how are we
nut?
going again? So I was here last night, and for a tip and a trick, if you want it, I had to thread a 12mm nut onto my finger, like so, and I had to get in here where this hole is and get a longer bolt because the threads were completely stripped on the nut inside, and that's the only way I could get it done. But I did get it fixed anyway, that was the main thing, and got it going. But it still wasn't very tight, and the threads were gone in the other 4 bolts as well. So what Marco done, he brought it home. We had to cut this plate out here completely, hasn't you, Marco?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, completely out, because there's no access in.
Yeah.
As you can see here, there's no access in from this side. There's a small little hole in here, and there's these 2 holes here, which mean that really, I don't know how you're supposed to get in.
No, you'll be putting out, no.
Yeah.
No.
You know, they are shear bolts, and I did hit some sort of a bedrock, and that's what would have probably sheared it in the first place. But yeah, look, we had to cut the top plate off, and we welded. Now this time we welded they're a deeper nut.
Yeah, deeper nut.
A deeper 12mm nut in at the back of it. So we hope to put in a longer bolt. Now you could put in stronger bolts and that's fine, but then what happens? Something has to give. So the idea of these is that the will shear. If you do hit a bit of rock, the will shear. If you don't, you could end up bending this bar, and then you're in bigger problems altogether. So yeah, look at me, we're just going to have to go back to the original what we had. We have these bolts are slightly longer, they'll go into the nuts are slightly longer, and we're going to throw it up here, Marco, and get me up and going here. All right?
Keep going. Okay, this plate goes like this. Lift up slowly.
place.
Yeah.
Right. So just when you're lining this up, the purpose of the open, as we said, is where the Padeha drops down. So it has to be centre. So the Padeha is going to fall down from this, it comes out from these two belts here, it's fed out and it drops down. And therefore you have to kind of centre it in position there. And I say, Marco, we're not too bad at that. So we're just going to give it a little bit of grease on the threads. And the over handy. So that looks to be the job now. It's good and solid, and we still have went for longer bolts. We still have a little bit of thread left in these. And for good measure then, Marco, have you 2 spare bolts?
One, I think.
1? Oh. So we've 2 extra holes here. What we're going to do is just to have the spare and have them on the machine.
Oh no, I have.
I'm going to run them ones in here.
Just wash it.
Marco's another washer as well in his pocket. And we're going to run them 2 in there. So if it does happen again, I have 2 spare ones, and we actually put 2 of them in all the boots as well to have spare ones hanging around. So that's the job for today. So hopefully they don't hit any more rock and we get the job done. We're here changing our wheels on our 6930. This tractor was used previously with the big wheels on it, and we had it for ring rolling there after the cordon, but we're not going to need it now in the next couple of weeks because it's time to go planting our Brussels sprouts. So therefore we have to have drill wheels on it. Now, a massive change. We have gone from 1,050 at the back. What was it then, Kevin? 300s, is it?
Yeah, we're on 300s on the back and some 240s or something
On the front there. So we're going to take off our big wheels. Simple enough, take them off. We have the tyre changer there for taking them off as well. And the front ones, we just jack it up, put 2 axle stands underneath it, pull off each wheel, and we've the narrow wheels over there to put back on. And that will bring it back because they have to have the sensors on them to be able to go down the drills for the sprouts there, just each side of the bed. And then that tractor will be also used for inter-row hoeing. Any of the follow-on jobs that has to be done throughout the crop, this tractor will be the job for us. So that's where we're at today.
So Caleb and Sean were busy. They got the wheels onto the tractor, the sprout planter's on. Caleb would have went through all the chains and stuff, oiled them up. She's ready to go. And then Caleb and Sean also fitted a hydraulic stabilizer. So when it's going down the ridges and it's not sitting exactly centre, John B or whoever's driving the harvest or the planter from inside can literally just nudge it across each way to sit on top, directly on top of the drill, so the sprouts go directly up and they're not bent at the bottom and causes problems then when you come to harvest. So that's a good job. That's ready to go now. So in the next few days now, hopefully we'll get the Brussels sprouts into the ground. So I have 2 small things to do to the stire with the ridger. I put down this weight block the other day. I was kind of having my dinner on the side of it and blah blah, eating away. That was grand. And I noticed my accumulator was just loose, this block here. Now, when I do be ridging this, as you can see, there's clay and blocks of clay around here, so it does take a bit of impact. Now the weight block does block most of it, but constant pressure on this accumulator just forced it to crack there where it's welded on. So I took a video, as you can see now, of me wiggling it, and then I came back and Marco already had it welded for me. So that's back. That's just preventative maintenance. I didn't break anything yet, but could have been a lot worse. So I got that done, and then I need to go to the back of the ridger. I have a few grease nipples here now. Some of them, for some reason, are 45 degree and some are 90. So if you can see in here, this one is properly done. It's at 90, which means I can get the grease going in here and grease that pin But if we go over here, it is at the wrong angle. Now, it's pointing up and you think you'd get the grease going down here, but I did try for about 10 minutes to get that and it wouldn't work.
So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the videos there and comment what you want. Yeah, it's all go here at Finnegan's, even in the background, generator is running and we're flat out planting. So look at all, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.